All right, so this is the quote that I heard this week. You ready? This is some deep shit.
Don't tell me who it is. Maybe I'll know.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see if you know who it is. Stop taking things so serious. No one is getting out of this game alive. In 3 generations, no one will remember your name. And if that doesn't give you liberation to do what you want, I don't know what will.
Chris?
Yes, sir.
Will?
Chris Williamson.
Williamson.
I think
And I heard that in passing, probably a year ago.
it's powerful. Especially the one in 3 generations, no one will remember your name.
I'm not even a fan of his. And I
but
remember
that's
this.
a good. Because
I'm not even a fan of his.
do you know the name of your grandmother?
My grandmother?
Yeah. People know the name of the grandmother, but her mother or grandmother?
Joyce Scott. I never met her.
Of course you didn't. It was 3 generations before you.
Joyce Scott.
Yeah. What did she do?
Back then, she was from the UK. She was probably a housewife taking care of
Probably.
babies.
See? In 3 generations, no one will know what the fuck you did. No one will care what you did. No one will know what you did. So I don't...
But that's why you got to kick up as much shit as you can now, dude. You got to cause problems. I mean, in the best possible way.
What I'm saying. That's what the quote is saying.
Yeah.
Like, why do we care so much what people think when everything leads to...
I think it's the way you're brought up, right? Don't you think? If you've got a parent that's like, oh, don't do that because so-and-so. Oh, don't do that because we're out. Then you get this fear of, oh, people are looking at me. And I think a lot of people, it's nature to be accepted. It's nature to not stand out. And then the ones that stand out are ridiculed, chastised, pointed at, teased. And then when they end up coming on the other side of that and doing well, then they've got all these followers. But there's that little bit of space where you're just alone. And everyone's like, you're an idiot. And I think that's where people don't want to go.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be part of the pack, right? We're pack animals.
Yeah,
That's
that's
And
another...
then you've got parents that are like, we've had this conversation, I think, about how people raise their kids in different ways and stuff like that. But you got those parents like, don't do that. We're here. Don't do that. I mean, being bad is different. But if you're trying to express yourself or you're worried about what people think because maybe your parents are kind of
Yeah.
coming down on you.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter because we've been forgotten in 3
Exactly,
generations.
but
so
who-
all the people that has opinion on what you're doing will be dead and forgotten as well. Like,
I know,
what
but
the fuck does it
unfortunately,
matter?
even if you come up with a little sassy quote like your boy did, some people
Hey.
Some people...
Hey, I heard that tone.
I hope you did. I projected it at you and that fucker. So what I'm saying is, in that moment, that's foresight, right? That's people looking ahead. Some people are right here. So they're not thinking, hey, man, 40, 50, 60 years from now, I'm not going to fucking know this guy that has an issue with me trying to do something. Or it's the here and now.
Yeah.
It's only those rare few that are like, who's going to give a shit in 30 years, like you just said, or generations. A lot of people don't look at things like that.
Yeah.
It's the moment. It's how you feel right now.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I've been reading a lot of Seneca now, the Stoic.
I haven't gotten into him yet. I got that for you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I bought that for you, and I almost got myself a copy. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to let my man read it, and if he likes it, then I'll grab
It's
one.
the best Stoic book I've read.
Okay.
Letter from a Stoic is called. But they talk a lot about death, a lot about like how to make your life fulfilling and stuff, and like you need to tackle life with purpose and find your purpose.
He got banned, right? Like he got...
Oh yeah.
I think I know his story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he talks a lot about they tackle death, and they talk a lot about purpose and
Right.
what your time on earth, what you want to do here, because they basically say as well, like, no one will give a shit when you're dead. Like, people move on. It's like when you read about some celebrity dying in the news in the morning. 15 minutes later, you have a cup of coffee and you go about your day. Like, no one cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Well,
not.
but
it's,
I don't know if they don't care, but I think everyone has their own shit, right?
yeah. No, life goes on.
Life goes on, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately, but I think, that's
No, but that's the perfect
Yeah,
subject for do all the shit for you.
of course.
I know if it's like when you have kids, the purpose change a little bit.
Well, yeah, but you're still a person. You still have things you want to fulfill. I mean, I know when it comes to me, I want to. Of course, there's goals I have, and I do my best to make sure that I can separate that from my kids. Because in bottom line, I still have things I want to do. There's things I'm doing. I don't try to bring the things in the house that I'm trying to do, right? So I have my time, and I just want to be. I really work hard at being the parent that my kids think I am. I want to be the person they think I am. Does that make sense? Like, those are the things for me that are important. And if I'm going after something, I don't really care what someone else thinks about it, because I know I'm not indirectly hurting someone else. And if someone's opinion about me, it's not my problem, because I know where I'm heading and I'm kind of comfortable with who I am. And I think that just boils down to individuality and how you were raised.
Yeah.
Right? But I think some people are just so scared.
I know it. I've been
of not fitting in.
No, I've been there. I've been scared shitless. And all I'm scared of is what people think. And it's so weird.
Now or then?
Not as much now. I don't give a shit
Still?
anymore.
You
No.
shouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a shit
Because
anymore.
I don't get that impression from you.
No, I don't anymore. But I have. It stopped me from a lot of things in the past. Like, if I do this, I'm gonna... Like, you live your life for people instead of living it for yourself. You live up for people's opinions. And you're not doing enough for yourself and what your purpose is.
Accepted, yeah.
Yeah.
Just laying
You want to fit in.
Laying
you know
in
what I
the
mean?
cut, right?
Yeah.
See, that's been my problem, though. No, and I'm like, don't you know? I'm like, don't touch that. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not apologizing for it.
That's good.
I'm not, you know?
I think that's good. I think that's healthy.
Yeah.
I think I think people need to be more like that. I think people will be healthier
Yeah.
if they were like that. And I'm not preaching. I'm not a perfect example of it.
No, you got to be aware of your surroundings. You got to be able to read a room, right? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you've got to be like, okay, in your family, is this going to upset someone? You know, have that conversation. But the immediate outside world, if you're, how can I put it? If your intentions are right and you're going after the right thing, that will shine through at some point in time, and people are going to catch on.
But
they may not get you in the beginning, but if you're doing something on the right path, and I'm not being religious or any crap like that, because you know I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say, though, but I feel that there's something to be said about that. It's like people will see it in the long run. Oh, didn't understand it, but I get what they were trying to do.
Yeah, but here's another thing. People don't give a shit what you do. People got their own problems.
Well,
People got their own
no,
stuff going on.
You're right about that, but the ones that do care what you're doing don't have shit going on.
No, but they maybe care for like 45 seconds a day, and then they go about
you
their
got
day.
some critical fuckers, man, that
No,
want
I
to
don't
put you
think
in
so.
all these people
I
that are
don't think
canceling people left and right.
That's
caring for a while, and then once they destroy you, then they move on to the next.
No,
one.
I think
They're sharks, my man.
I think we think people care. That's another thing. That's just builds up. I don't think people.
Oh
care.
no, exactly. Like, you know, when you were little, you probably walk into a room, everyone's looking at me. No, they're not.
No.
That I get. No,
Yeah.
I get that, but I'm saying.
And also, if you do something that you think everyone is just talking about, you're like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
They got their own problems. They got their own shit.
Maybe for 2 minutes they might.
Yeah, but they go on. They
Yeah.
move on. They don't care about you.
Yeah.
No one
for
cares.
sure.
No one cares about you. You've been forgotten in 3 generations. It's like all the shit is lining up.
Well, when you put it like that, I'm just going to go slit my wrist now and get it over with, for fuck's sake.
Hey, they talk about that in the Stoics as well.
Slitting your wrist?
Yeah, no, taking your life nobly. They go to some deep shit in that book.
I got a book called...
Wait. Before you move on, they talk a lot about service as well, and that's
about what?
Service to mankind. I really want to find my. I'm in search for my service to mankind.
But didn't I just say that? If your intentions are right and you're doing the right thing, people will see it at some point in time and be like, I get it. And that probably will be a service to some mankind.
True.
Because it will trickle off to people. If you touch 20 people in a certain way, that's a service to mankind.
You're
Not
right.
all of us are going to find a cure for cancer. Not all of us are going to be Elon Musk.
No, you're right.
But it's not just large victories; it's small ones too, right?
It's true. No. If we do a podcast and it's 30 minutes long, and someone for 30 minutes that may have a rough day or whatever, rough week, rough year, rough life.
Says,
If
look
they-
at these two fucking idiots.
No,
My
it-
life is okay, actually.
But if they can like
you know
for
what?
30
I think
minutes,
I'm going to be okay.
for 30 minutes feel like they're hanging out and laughing and whatever, goofing around, then I've done my service. Yeah, I want to do as much as that as possible for people.
Yeah,
And I'm not-
touching lives.
Yeah, I guess.
You're touching lives for everyone.
I'm not saying this podcast is fucking changing the world, but I'm saying...
Hey, whoa, bro. Come on, man. Don't throw that out there. This is... YouTube's scared of us
Yeah.
because we're spitting truth.
Hey, they're pushing us down.
Easy.
We went to a
Right.
lot of conspiracies last episode, and YouTube is pushing us down. That's our
YouTube's
conspiracy.
like, yeah, we're not ready for that, buddy. Sorry, guys. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe back in 2003 or 2003, but yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
now.
maybe after the election, maybe then. Maybe then we can put you. Sorry,
too
I had to
fun.
cut you off.
No,
you
you didn't cut me
going.
off. You didn't cut me off.
You didn't. You were going into some book that you read.
Oh, we were talking about death and everything, and it's like there's a book I have. I haven't opened it up yet, but philosophy, I guess you could say, is Denial of Death. It's supposed to make you look at things a lot differently, so I'm like circling it in my bookcase. I'm like, let me, yeah, I'll hold off on that. I know it's going to be good because I have a lot of reviews like, read it, you got to read it. If you like this, you like that, read it. But I just don't know if I want to face it like that yet.
No, I saw a podcast. With
I don't
that.
want it in my face like that just yet.
I saw a podcast. Maybe that was the writer of that book, but it was a podcast of some lady that wrote a book about people's regret on the deathbed, and it was they talked a lot about like, I wish I did more for me and not for what people thought around me. And
Well, that's the fine line, right? I'm pretty sure when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to say, man, I wish I worked more.
no, I wish I had more stuff.